Now, here's what we have on college campuses. Here are the Democrats on college campuses on why they're Democrats.
I'm a Democrat.
I'm a Democrat.
I am a Democrat.
I'm a Democrat.
I'm a Democrat.
I'm a Democrat.
I'm a Democrat because I believe hope is the stuff of dreams.
Okay, stop. Obviously, the person who's a Democrat who is mixing this is a deaf Democrat because I have no idea what the guy just said.
I'm a Democrat because I believe
Go ahead.
hope is more than a dream.
Jeez.
You want to know what he said?
Is that what he said?
Because hope is more than a dream.
Oh, okay.
See, that's really substantive. You
is.
can tell.
Yeah.
Okay, that hits me right where I live.
I'm a Democrat
now
because
I know exactly
hope
what
is
you're
more
talking-
than a dream.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm a Democrat because this guy ran these words through a focus group and just gave them to me.
Yep.
Well, if you remember, though, I mean, the Democrats were criticized for just having hope last time, and now they can come out with the real substance behind it, which is that it's not just a dream. That's
right.
That's the whole
So now
platform.
it's solid.
Right. Yeah, now
it's solid.
I am a Democrat because of the history there.
Okay, I'm a Democrat because I'm. That's the Nancy Pelosi thing.
This is the way.
People ask me all the time what my favorite word is. What's my favorite?
They ask me all the time, why are you a Democrat? I tell them, I'm a Democrat because
That's how
There's a real
powerful.
mixing problem here. I don't know what it is.
It
but
gets
go ahead.
better, though.
I'm a Democrat because I'm a Christian, not in spite of it.
Because he's a Christian, not in spite
Not in
of it.
spite of it.
What a crock.
Listen to that, though. That implies that there are a good number of people that think you're a Democrat in spite of your Christianity.
Well, yeah.
Right. And doesn't it also imply?
yeah.
Doesn't it also sort of imply that if you're a Christian, you must be a Democrat? I mean, that is.
Yes.
I think
that's what
If you're
his
a
thing
true
is.
Christian.
right. If you're a true Christian,
true
you be a
Then-
Democrat because then you care about the
believe
poor and you care. Right.
Well, you don't care about the poor, but you hope the government does, and the government. will
Yeah.
take care of
Yes, that's
Yeah, what you do is you take the system that is currently enslaving people all around the world and has since the beginning of time, and then you just hope that this time it's going to be different when you give them all your money and power.
But not just hope.
Hope is really
more than a
it's
dream.
more than a dream.
You know what I mean?
I'm a Democrat because I believe every child has a right to a fair and high quality education.
Oh,
every
that's why
child.
That's why I'm an independent, because I don't think that every child has a right to a fair and what was it, independent education?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. I like when they get a really bad education, not from an independent source, but from like a union source. Oh, wait a minute. That's not an independent stance.
And that's kind of what we have.
That's
isn't it?
I'm a Democrat because my two governors are Scott Walker and Rick Perry.
I'm a Democrat because my grandmother...
Wait. I'm a Democrat because Scott...
My two governors were Scott Walker and Rick Perry.
Okay, so this was obviously, he's from Texas, and he's obviously
Wisconsin.
going to school at Madison. So we know where they took this.
Yeah.
I'm a Democrat. No, you're not a Democrat. You're a progressive commie.
Hey, that's easy to summarize.
Yeah, go ahead.
The first person in his family to graduate from high school, the first person in his family to graduate from college, and the first person in his family to graduate from law school. He was the first Italian-American judge and the youngest judge in Delaware. And growing up, the most important thing that he taught me was that there's no difference between a janitor and a judge, and that's what our party's about.
Wait. There are very specific differences between a janitor and a judge.
No, there's not. They're exactly
they're
the
the
same.
same person.
No, look, all the time
They do the
I'll
same
go in
stuff.
and say-
No difference.
No,
No difference.
sometimes, let's say there's a stabbing in our office. Happens all the time.
Sure.
And I'll say, why go to the judge? Pete, come here. He's just cleaning out the toilet. Pete, come here for a second. I gotta tell you a
The janitor?
story. And then he comes from doing his janitorial services. Put the mop down. And he says, I'm tired of you telling me this is a socialist mop. And I'm like, that's a different argument. Put the mop down. I need you to adjudicate here. And then he'll just pass sentence and judgment.
I get
That's what he'll-
There's no difference.
There's no
They do
difference.
the exact same thing.
No, they
And a
don't.
judge will sometimes, you'll find him cleaning toilets at the courthouse.
No,
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of times
Yeah.
in his black robes, and you'll say, isn't that a little uncomfortable while you're doing cleaning work like that?
And he'll like, there's no difference.
There's
and I'll
no
say,
difference.
Your Honor, there is a difference.
You should
and
be
he'll say,
in the
you
courtroom right now.
damn Republicans and
Yeah.
independent libertarians.
You racist bastards is what they usually say.
Yeah, there's no difference.
There's no difference between what I do and what a janitor does.
None. I went to school for years and years and paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the janitor didn't.
Dropped out in the 8th grade.
There's no
difference.
difference.
No difference.
Right.
Good,
Okay.
not even good or bad. It's just like
No.
There's no
they
difference.
do different.
We are all the same.
It's the same way with men
You know
and women.
what?
There's no difference there
There's
either.
no. You know
None.
what? We
That's what they
shouldn't
want
call
you to
them men and women, boys and girls.
No.
Let's just start calling everybody comrades.
Okay. All right.
There's no difference
That's
between
nice.
us, comrade.
That's nice.
There isn't.
Her grandfather.
Comrade Sarah, isn't that right?
Why are you calling her Sarah? Why differentiate? Just call her comrade.
Well, because she might not know I was referring to her.
Well,
We could go the Mal way, and I could just call her, Comrade 117994. I could do that.
Yeah.
That's clunky. Comrade, right?
Yes.
Thank you very much. If we could all wear those cool, what are those, like smocks or something? They were great. Remember that? Where everybody was dressed the same, that revolutionary outfit?
It was nice. It was nice. You know why? Because nobody was wearing like Prada. Nobody was wearing Armani. Everybody was wearing the same thing. Nobody had to envy anybody else.
That's right.
That's the beauty of it.
It is the beauty of it.
the beauty of it.
Except there always seems to be somebody that gets a lane and a car.
Well, sure, the ruling class.
The what?
Yeah, the ruling
No, they're
class.
getting rid of the ruling class.
No, there has to be a ruling class. The numbskulls have to be ruled by someone. So there has to be one class of people above everybody else. And then
Are
everybody
those
else
the judges or the janitors, or does it make any
the judges
difference?
and the janitors are the same. There's no differentiation.
I think she's exactly right. I think she is a Democrat.
These people are
If she
so
thinks there's no
stupid.
difference between a judge and a janitor, God bless her.
Why do we
Yeah,
have
you're a
two words
Democrat.
for them then? If they're the same thing,
We don't.
No.
Comrade. We don't. There's no longer two names.
And I'm a Democrat because I believe anyone can make it in America.
I'm a Democrat
wait.
because I
You know what?
He believes in turn down the volume, Mixmaster. Jeez.
It's unbelievable. Did you hear the other video they put out?
No. I can't hear. Is there a better version of that?
I don't know. It's horrible.
Let me listen to that one again. Can I hear that one again? Stop. That's
really good. Yeah. It really gets the message across.
It does. Was that a Democrat one?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't even hear that.
You couldn't hear that?
Okay.
Couldn't hear it? Yeah.
No, I
No,
couldn't
listen.
hear
If you listen, go, I'm a Democrat because not the best way to get the message across.
It's really not.
No.
They need a
But
new
there's
mix
no,
master.
you know what? No, because who are you to judge that the mix is
Yeah,
wrong?
That's true.
Well, they had a
Mix
janitor
master's
doing
same
it.
as a
They had
janitor.
janitor mixing
Same
it.
as a janitor, mix master,
There's no
whatever.
difference because a janitor can come in and mix it like
Can
a
I tell
sound
you something?
engineer.
Can I
or
tell
a
you
judge.
something?
Right.
Do you remember when we worked at CNN? They had a guy who was the guy, he was the director, the guy who calls the shots. You know, the guy you ever see in movies of TV and they're like, take 4, take 2. The guy had Tourette's. He had Tourette's. You don't remember this?
No, I don't. That's a difficult thing to overcome. in that sort of
He
position.
didn't overcome it.
No.
And everybody was like, okay, I don't. Maybe the guy with Tourette's is not the guy to be calling the cameras.
Right. He could do something else, but
I'm not
maybe
kidding.
not that.
Not kidding you. They also had somebody, not kidding you, deaf sound engineer. Not kidding you. Not kidding you.
That's difficult to do if you're...
Some would say impossible to do and suicidal as a network. But no, they're Democrats. Right. There's no difference between cited and unsighted.